start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah, just go for it. Delve into it however you want.
My name is Kelsey. I use she, her pronouns, and identify as lesbian or gay.
I'm AJ. I use he, they pronouns. I am bisexual, gender fluid, and polyamorous.
I'm Haley. My pronouns are she, her, and I identify as a lesbian.
Will, 19, use he, they pronouns. And as far as I can tell, I am a biromantic asexual. Gender is just, it's a lost cause. We'll leave it at that for now.
So the first time I kind of thought about it, we were watching Glee as a family, and Kurt was kind of going through his process, and it wasn't going well. So I just kind of panicked before I really knew why I was panicking. So I didn't, it's weird because I didn't really put two and two together that I was panicking because I was also gay. I just knew I was panicking.
I knew when I was like 11 because me and this girl used to like after school just kiss behind the school for every day for like a month, and I never told anybody about it. And then one day I decided to tell my mom because, you know, I just wanted to be with her.
And then I repressed it down real far until like high school. And I had this huge crush on one of my friends, and I was going through this process of like, you just think she's cute. It's fine. Like, you just think she's cute. You can do that. You can just think she's attractive. And it's like, nope, that's definitely not it. You definitely like have a crush on this girl, but that's fine. You can have one crush on a girl and that can be it. You'll never have another crush on a girl again. You're totally straight. It's fine. And then it kind of lasted 3 years, and then I figured that that might be, you know, something I should take a little deeper look into.
I was talking to myself in the mirror, and I was telling myself like, Haley, I didn't know what the terms were. I'm like, you like girls? You gotta tell mom. This is what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know how she's gonna react, but here we go.
It wasn't really a reason. I just remember I was sitting in my little like living room area in my res apartment, and I was just like, yeah, I need to think about this some more. And then I just kind of sat down and I was like, no, this is a thing. I can't keep ignoring this. It's real. And I told my best friend, and then I just kind of went from there.
I guess I came out 3 times. First time, I don't really remember when. For a history student, I have an amazingly bad sense of time. But I'm sitting around the Thanksgiving dinner table with my white grandma, and she's just asking me about university and how that's going. She's asking, like, hey, are you a boy? Are you a girl? And I paused for a moment, and I just said, just Will. She just said, okay.
Kind of started with, I was on the Meet a We committee in my high school, and we needed someone to take photos for the yearbook, and my girlfriend at the time was about to go to school to be a photographer, so I was like, hey, my friend can come take our photos. So she came, and we were doing a coffee house, so like she took all the photos for it, and we were cleaning up, and my friend, directly in front of my mother, goes, oh, why don't you go kiss your girlfriend some more? And we both just kind of, a week and a half later, we're in the car, and she just goes, you dating Sarah? And gay panic set in. So I was like, no, we're best friends. No, that's all it is. No.
She's on the phone with her boss, and then she got off the phone because she looked like I was concerned. And then I said, Mom, you know, I like girls. And then she was like, no, you don't. And I'm like, what? And she was like, it's a phase. And I'm like, oh, okay. It wasn't a phase.
And around Christmas, I went home to see my family, and I went into my mom and my dad's room, and I stood in front of the door, and they're like, yes. And I was like, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. And I got out the word I'm, and then I just stopped. It took me 20 minutes to get out the word gay. And my parents were like, oh, yeah, that's okay. And my mom's like, I knew that already. And I'm like, that makes sense.
So then like 4 days later, I was like, yeah, so like, remember how I told you I wasn't dating her?
So I'm in the car with my mom. We're heading over to Mississauga to go to a Korean grocery store because my brother is going to show me how to make some Korean dishes. And while we're just getting onto the 401, my mom just asks, "Are you dating AJ and Shannon?" I'm just like, "Yeah." "So you date multiple people?" "Yeah." "What's that like?" "That's pretty good. Don't understand it's not for everyone, but you know, it's for me. I like it. I'm holding together." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "My brother told you, didn't he?" He's like, "Yeah, he did." Can't trust him for anything.
Casually brought it up to my mom one day because like all my friends started calling me AJ because like I came out to my circle first. So then I just like I told my mom why that like, hey, I'm not a girl. And for a long time she did not understand being non-binary at all. One of the first things she said to me was she felt I was ashamed to be a woman, and as a feminist it upset her. She felt like she'd failed me as my mother. And then, because mental health sucks, I was seeing a child psychiatrist, and I had mentioned it to her, and she turned to my mom and she's like, "Oh no, that's like an actual thing. Like, it's totally normal. Like, your child just sometimes feels like more of a guy, sometimes feels like more of a girl, sometimes just doesn't. It's fine." And that's when like my mom actually like started trying to call me AJ.
So then I came around again, and I was starting to talk to this girl at the time, and then it was getting serious. So then I had to go back to my mom and be like, "Mom, I'm gay." And then she was like, "What?" My mom still continued to think it was a phase. And then for about 6 months until I kind of started dating this girl, she still thought it was a phase. And then she completely accepted me after 6 months to come, and she wears gay pride stuff around the house all the time.
Coming out as ace. So I'm driving home from Thanksgiving. I said earlier I was in my dad's car. No, I was in my brother's car. And we're driving home. And we're talking about the fact that neither of us are having kids. And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't even like sex. You know what my kink is? Bureaucracy. Completely as a joke. I find no joy in large stacks of paper." And then he's just like, "Oh, so you're ace." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." So then that conversation happens, and I'm like, "Hey, Charles, don't tell people this time." He was like, "Okay." About a week later, I get a call from my dad. "Son, I don't have much time to say this because your mother's in the other room and won't be there for long. I heard about the whole asexual thing, and that's fine. That's what it is. Fine by me. But might want to see a doctor just to make sure everything's working okay." "All right, Dad. I can assure you everything's working fine. Okay. Talk to you later, son. Bye." And that was that.
The best advice you could give is do it because you want to do it. Don't do it for someone else, and do it when you feel safe.
You dig chicks, you dig chicks. Just go with the flow.
Make an honest assessment of your situation. If you understand that the people you are coming out to are accepting people and are friendly, then make the leap. Just do it. It'll work out fine. If you know that things won't go so well, that you might lose things that are very important to you, like a home or food, put yourself in a situation where you aren't going to lose those things, if that is moving out or whatever else you have to do. But take care of yourself first. You don't need to come out ever if you don't want to.
And I can't change